What is up, you guys? Welcome to session number 80. We are looking at the account right now. We are sitting at 28,875 there. Market value 16,000, and we have cash balance of 12,800, guys. So diving into this session number 80. Made it to 80 sessions, guys. This week, we are kind of up and down. We saw Friday, last Friday, really, do well because of the Federal Reserve coming out saying that most likely they're going to be cutting rates in September for the first time in a while. So, we have been having rate hikes ever since that 2022, downfall of the market, and they've just been really rate hiking since. And then recently we've been just leaving rates unchanged, and now it is expected that the Federal Reserve will cut rates for the first time in September. Finally, guys, we've been waiting for this since previous sessions. We were even expecting March of this year, then they were expecting June of this year, July, and finally, guys, they're seeing the data. There's still a lot of data to come out. We got PCE coming up on Friday. We'll see what the Federal Reserve does in September based off that data. But it's looking good for the Federal Reserve to finally do its rate cut. So we'll dive into that. We're going to dive into some news here. So Dow touches new record, then struggles. S&P pulled down by tech. So let's dive into this right here. Dow Jones Industrial Average rose to a record Monday, putting behind an early August sell-off as traders await Federal Reserve rate cuts on the horizon. The 30 stock index was last up 112 points or 0.3 after earlier rising more than 200 points or 0.6%. The S&P slipped 0.2%, while the Nasdaq Composite sank 0.7%. Traders also appear to be rotating out of tech and into other areas of the market. Nvidia was down 2% ahead of its earnings report due Wednesday afternoon. So we have Nvidia that is going to report earnings this week. An event traders are harping on as key to the market and the AI enthusiasm that drives this bull market. Other chip stocks like Broadcom and Micron were also lower. So we're seeing, the chip stocks trading lower. Diving into some more news here, really, I kind of want to dive into, the Federal Reserve. So stocks are coming off a strong week that was highlighted by comments from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell that laid the groundwork for interest rate cuts. So he came out in Jackson Hole speech and saying that, the goal has finally come, the 2% goal, and they're going to finally, hopefully, cut rates starting the September meeting. So that is what went down on Friday when he spoke. To be sure, Powell did not indicate when or by how much interest rates would be potentially lowered. Traders remain unanimous in their forecast for a rate cut at Fed's September policy meeting, however, per the CME Group's Fed Watch tool. So to be clear, people are expecting a rate cut in September. He's saying that the data looks good so far, but there's still a lot of data to come out. But everyone is expecting a cut in September. Here is a quote by Sam Stovall, a chief investment strategist at CFRA Research. We think they'll do a 25 basis points in September, November, and December because they want the market to know that they are not behind the curve, but at the same time they want to ensure that they are not going to be go too quickly into a cutting mode. So that's Sam Stovall, chief investment strategist at CFRA Research. So diving into the accounts, where, like I said earlier, we're sitting at 28, 16, and 12 on the sidelines, and the S&P it looks like it's kind of selling off here, coming back down towards that 50-day moving average. We saw it really just cross that 200 a couple days ago, actually, the 22nd, we saw the 50-day really surpass that 200-day moving average, hoping for this uptrend to continue. So that is S&P 500. Diving into now our SLV position, our SLV covered call positions did not get assigned, so they expired, worthless. If I open up the Discord here, we go down to covered calls. So here are our covered call alerts. If you guys are in the Discord, you guys get these alerts in real time. If you guys want to get that invite, go over to mogufellas.com. It is free right now until further notice. So we had two SLV contracts. We did the 2750 strike with the 17 per contract. That should be per contract, not per share. Or sorry, it is 17 cents per share. So it is $17 per contract. So that was a total of $34 that we collected. And, you know, we had a potential to get the 438 of appreciation if they did get assigned. But we did not collect that 438. We just collected that $17 per contract, the 34, since it did not get assigned. So we were able to keep our shares now, and we are going to be doing another 2 contracts, I believe, today. We'll have to look at, you know, the numbers and everything. But looking at the buy alerts, you know, we had last Friday we bought Microsoft. We've been buying Microsoft quite heavily last week. Had some Chipotle. You know, if you guys are in the Discord, guys, you guys get this in real time. So go over to mogufellas.com, get that invite while we are still offering founding members in the Discord until we start charging. So now, okay, so we want to do SLV covered calls now. So we're going to look at the options, see what they offer. So we're obviously not going to do this one. 2 days, not enough premium. Here is looking pretty juicy here. So when we do options, we like to put the Bollinger Band so we can see. We usually like to see where it's at, since the top Bollinger Band is really at looks like 2757. It typically, the price tends to bounce off those Bollinger Bands, but it doesn't have to. It's just see where the stock is heading. Since it's at the top of the Bollinger Band, we predict that it's not going to have too much more upside. So as long as it's above 2757, we are looking good. So we could maybe do this 28, and it has a 27 delta, meaning 27% that this will get assigned. So we have that 73% that we will most likely not get assigned on this. So let's go ahead and lock in a 28 strike price. And I believe if we do the math, from our average price is $25.31. If we did a $28 strike and they did get assigned, just calculating the appreciation right now, guys. So subtract 25.31. Multiply that by 100. That'd be $269 per 100 shares. You multiply that by 2, since we are going to be doing 2 contracts. That'd be 538, guys, appreciation if we did get assigned at the 28. Plus we'd be collecting the $17 again, I believe. Yep, $17 times 2, that'd be another $34 in the account. So we are looking at potential, if it did get assigned, we are looking at a $34 premium plus the 538. That would be a 572 play here. You know, yeah, I think we're gonna do that, guys. So 572 in play if this did get assigned, the 2 contracts. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead, do the 28 strike price. Let's make some room here. All right, so we don't want to do 10. We're going to do 2 contracts. We're going to sell to open, covered call at the 28 strike. Let's go ahead and do this. Move the me over here. All right, so here's what it's looking at. 28 strike, August 30th expiration. That is this Friday. And we're collecting a 33.89 premium. We had 11 cent transaction fee. So let's go ahead and lock this in, guys. All right, so we got submitted at the 17 cents. Multiply that by 100 times 2 contracts. That is $34 that we collected instantly. Premium that will go straight to the mogul pot. And if they do get assigned here, if we do get assigned here, we are looking at 538 appreciation as well on top of the 34 that we collected. So we collect that premium regardless, and then we are potentially playing that 538 appreciation. And we're just going to try and add to, the silver position. If we, get assigned, we're just going to throw it back in silver at a deal. Hopefully this tends to sell off a bit here. Go back to, the moving averages. We have really the 50-day making its way up towards the 200-day. If this comes down below 50, we'll be, adding back in, guys. So we need this RSI to come back down towards oversold values for us to keep adding back in silver. All right, so that is our silver. You can see we are minus 2 shares here, 2 contracts into the 28 strike price for this Friday, expiring this Friday, with the $34 premium and the potential of 538 appreciation. So now let's go ahead and do our buy of the day, buy of this session. So go back to positions. You could see open P&L, guys. NVIDIA really killing it still at the 139, 60% return. And, we see Meta, Costco, Netflix, and Apple really being that top 5. So NVIDIA, Meta, Costco, Netflix, Apple. Our bottom 5 is Airbnb, Disney, Nike, MGM, and Ford. So let's go ahead now and look at what is selling for a deal now. So today, this calculates what's up for the day and what's down for the day. So we have Tesla really down 4%, looks like, on the day. We have it coming down towards that 40 RSI level, and it's coming down below that 50-day moving average. So we're just going to go through these, with Tesla being the worst right now, 40 RSI. Tesla might be a play for us to buy today, to add into. We see right here MGM really at the 35. That could be a play too. So Tesla, MGM, we'll take a look at that. We also have Meta really coming down towards that 200-day moving average. We have Ford at a 63, 64 RSI level. So just going through all the reds here, guys. Microsoft we have at 33. This could be another play. We've been buying it last week, but I think we're going to take a break on it today and see what happens tomorrow with Microsoft. Apple. All right, guys. So winding down here, obviously the green ones are up for the day, but they could still be going for deals depending where they were at last week. Yeah, so I'm looking at the RSI level, guys. I'm seeing what's overbought, what's oversold here. I'm looking for oversold values on the companies that we have in the portfolio, the Mogul 30. All right, so yeah, I think we're gonna go with either Microsoft, MGM, or Tesla. Tesla, let's see what our position looks like for Tesla here. We have it still, we're still up, open P&L wise. MGM, where's MGM here? MGM actually, we were down on, and we could get it for a better deal. So that could be a better play for us. And Microsoft is doing better than Tesla. So just looking at our positions here on those 3 stocks that I was interested in buying for today, we're going to be going with MGM to get a better deal. We have it trading at the 34 RSI level, and that is near oversold value. So we're going to go ahead and lock in a buy of MGM, but the last price on this, meaning what it's trading at, is $37.87. So what we're going to have to do, since it's below our daily buy, we're just going to have to buy 1 share or 2 shares. I think we're just going to load up on 2 shares right here, since it's really trading near that oversold value. So we're going above our daily buy, but I believe there should be a payout for us in the future, adding 2 more shares to this position. So let's go ahead and lock in this buy here. So it's going to be $75.76, going above our $50 buy for today, just because it is trading below our $50 buy value. So we're going to go above 2. We could do 1, but we're just going to go 2 for today. So let's go ahead and lock in this MGM buy. All right, we got filled at $37.86, guys. $37.86, 2 shares. And now you can see that right here. New average price is $39 exactly. So we lowered that average price. Now let's go ahead and see what we can trim, if we want to trim anything. And ExxonMobil really powering through here, almost at the overbought value mark. Starbucks, we have really blasting off ever since that new CEO news. Coca-Cola, what do we have Coca-Cola at here? Where is it? So Coca-Cola's right here. We have 2 shares. We have an average price $59. We have it trading at 70. That would only be like $11 difference if we did trim, or sorry, $11 profit if we trim 1 share. I'm not going to do that here. All right, guys. So I don't think we are going to be trimming today. So let's go ahead and close out session number 80 here. So we did the SLV cover call position for the expiration on a Friday here coming up, and we collected the $34, 2 contracts, 17 cents each. Once again, we did that last week as well, and if that covered call positions do get assigned, we will get a 538 appreciation from those shares, the 200 shares that we put up for collateral, 2 contracts, and plus we'll collect that $34 regardless if they get assigned or not. So and then we also did the MGM buy, and we are going to be adding the $34 to the pot as soon as possible, and if we collect that 538, that is also going in the pot as well. So that is session number 80. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Go to mogulfellows.com, get that link to the Discord, guys. We post every trading alert in the Discord. So we have reports, we have the Mogul Pot updates, we have buy alerts, trimming alerts, covered call alerts, cash secured put alerts. We have the members lounge here. So if you guys are wanting a community, guys, come over to here, be a founding member of the Mogul Fellows Club, Investing Club on Discord, guys. Get over there, guys. There's a lot more that we want to add to this community. So get over there, get your invite while it's free. In the future, it's going to be a one-time payment to be able to get in. So get in while you still can. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit the outro.